Nagumo, the ore farmer himself. Honestly, where do I begin with this guy? In my opinion, his character design is absolute peak. I can't lie, I didn't even read the manga of Sakamoto Days, but what I'm seeing so far from the anime, Nagumo is him. Every single time he appears on the screen, he does not disappoint, and I will be showing you guys just how amazing this character is. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first time Nagumo actually appeared on the screen, I was confused as hell. Like, why is there two Sakamotos on my screen right now? For real thought that Shin was in a dream, bro, I swear. But out of nowhere, his clone tries to stab Sakamoto. But you know, it's Sakamoto, so he dodges it easily. Both Sakamoto and his clone ends up pulling out weapons. And they end up having a face-off on some Wild West stuff. But the whole time they was playing, turns out that it's actually his good old friend called Nagumo. And just like I said at the beginning of the video, I absolutely love this character's design. You can tell from his very first appearance, he's going to be tough in the TV show. Shin tries to use his powers, but unlike anybody in the show before, his powers actually don't work on him. Nagumo looks at Shin and then starts laughing. I can't lie, him turning into a clone made them look like an absolute fool. Shin and Lu get mad at him and then they end up giving him a big dent on his head. I can't lie, if I was Nagumo, I would have ended their lives right then and there, because I know that hurt. Out of nowhere, this pizza delivery guy comes in. Oh yeah, I know Sakamoto's right to eat. He's been craving this Papa John's for the last 3 hours, I'm telling you. But Shin ends up reading his mind and it turns out that the pizza guy is actually a hitman trying to kill Sakamoto. And his weapons are pizza slicers.
Is this nigga serious?
Out of all the animes I watched, I've never seen someone use pizza slicers as a weapon. Are you kidding me? That's actually the worst weapon of all time. But the hitman proceeds to tie Nagumo up. But Sakamoto doesn't care, he's just eating pizza. Out of nowhere, Nagumo comes behind him and puts him in a chokehold. And I can't lie, bro was really about to kill him. But you know the house rules, Sakamoto told him to stop. But Nagumo didn't really care about any of that. So he took the pizza man and then left. And that was basically the end of Nagumo's first appearance. Now for his second appearance, I unfortunately did not find enough clips to tell you what he's doing exactly. But just for a little background, they sent Nagumo on a mission to kill whoever is behind putting bounties on hitmans. And as you can see, he did exactly what they told him to do. All you see is several bodies around Nagumo. This guy is not only a rage baiter, but he's an ore farmer as well. I put him in the same category as Gojo and Sung Jin Woo. Getting back to the story though, Moto and his team ends up catching to Nagumo, and Nagumo ends up telling Sakamoto that Shin has to die. He vanishes out of nowhere and then gets behind Shin, proceeding to stab him in the neck. But as per usual, this whole time Nagumo was just trolling and playing around. It turns out that it's just a fake toy knife. Nagumo was definitely a D1 rage baiter as a kid. But now it's time to move on to the recent fight scene that just came out. To get into this fight scene and analyze it, I just know my editor is having the time of his life right now. Am I right, Shinobu? Anyways, this guy who's a serial killer is trying to kill Sakamoto because they have a bounty on their head. And currently it's just his wife in the building. He proceeds to threaten her, turning a machine into a little tiny ball. The wife proceeds to say,
"There was still money inside of that."
and once I saw this text, I knew that it was Nagumo, bro. I could tell this D1 rage baiting from a mile away. Nobody else does it like him. But obviously the serial killer doesn't know that, and proceeds to put her in a chokehold. Nagumo proceeds to break his arm, grab him by the hair, and then stabs him in the neck. And then it gets revealed that it's actually the GOAT, Nagumo. The serial killer ends up not dying because, as per usual, this man uses a fake knife for every situation. The serial killer wanted to get his get back, but Nagumo isn't letting that happen. And someone please analyze this guy's speed. I'm telling you, he's as fast as Toji. Fast forward, this guy is talking about he killed 432 people.
Is this nigga serious?
Serial killer isn't even the award for this dude. Goes in for a punch, but then Nagumo dodges out of the way, proceeding to take his phone away from him. He took his phone, bro. I'm telling you, this guy is an amazing rage baiter. You know what, I'm saying it now, this is a 10 out of 10 performance. I need to applaud Nagumo when it's due. This guy is a natural when it comes to it.
You were wide open, how could I not? Let's see. I wonder what I'll find in your search history.
He ends up throwing a stand at him, but Nagumo dodges out of the way. This dude Nagumo proceeds to say,
Oh, you must care about privacy.
You won't just sit still.
yo, I'm telling you, this guy is a rage baiter, bro. Of course he falls for the rage bait, so he gets a piece of metal and throws it at him. But Nagumo dodges all of them with ease.
Nice shot.
Nagumo disappears and he's trying to find him. But whole time this man Nagumo is his shadow. He comes out of nowhere and then grabs him by the neck and then straight yanks him through the glass door. He then chokes little bro out. While he's being choked out, this man Nagumo is checking his pockets.
Car keys, chewing gum, receipt from a fast food place.
I'm telling you, this guy is top 5 rage baiters, bro. Nah, this has to be in the greatest of all time conversations. He's like Tom Brady. Once he finished checking his pockets, he threw him on the ground and then pulls out his weapon. Proceeds to tell this man, "I'll let you choose how you die yourself." This man Nagumo thinks that he's in a video game right now. He basically uses his weapon that has 6 different types of ways that he can kill somebody. Nagumo proceeds to aura farm playing with his weapon. Like, bro, we get it, you're him. Anyways, the serial killer doesn't want to die, so he throws one last punch, but he dodges. Nagumo ends up pulling a dice out to decide how he dies. And then he ends up putting the dice in this man's mouth. This man Nagumo is doing it for the fun of the game, I promise you. But the dice rolls on 3, and I can't lie, it was GG's from there. Nagumo cut his head off with a can opener. That was basically the end of the fight. Listen guys, I know this video is short, it's only 6 minutes. But to be fair, this fight scene alone was only 2 minutes. I tried my best to extend this video as long as I could, turning it from 2 to 6 minutes. So if you guys liked the video, make sure to comment, sub, and like the video. Make sure to DM me on Instagram as well to see what fight scenes you guys would want me to commentate over next. Peace.